Joining us now is Democratic Congressman Khanna of California. He's a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman Khanna, this is the wall you've been trying to knock down, that Alan Dershowitz was building for years with the lie that these children were prostitutes. The women who came as survivors to the Capitol, Alan Dershowitz was calling prostitutes. And that's the kind of lie that got Jeffrey Epstein as far as he went.
It's just disgusting. Maybe it's because I've met these women and survivors. I mean, for him to be calling them prostitutes, here they are, so courageous, telling their story. And you know what? We're going to actually be having more of these survivors on October 7th. They're going to be coming. That's when we're going to get Adelita Grijalva's 218th vote. The Speaker has said that she's going to be sworn in then. By the way, it's thanks to the advocacy of people telling the Speaker you can't delay it. And more of these women are going to tell their stories. And the American people are going to see how offensive it is what Dershowitz is doing. And that's why we need this to come out. Look at what the women have been dealing with for 2 decades.
Alan Dershowitz says, he's saying to prosecutors back then at the first attempt to prosecute Jeffrey Epstein, the girls don't feel harmed. You met them. We heard them. We heard them speaking on television. You spoke to them in private. We could feel what the harm they felt from the distance through the television, but you were with them.
Well, this is why they are so desperate for the files to come out. This is why they're so desperate for justice. It has actually nothing to do even with Trump. They've been crying and talking about this for 2 decades, and they keep getting dismissed. They get labeled prostitutes. They have been discarded by our society. And for the first time, they feel heard. And they're in tears when they talk, Lawrence. It's not, I have become more of an advocate since I've met them, just with a passion. I mean, they were wronged. And this makes me want to fight even harder, because this is what they've been hearing for the last 15 years.
One of the prosecutors who was putting together that easy deal for Jeffrey Epstein because of Alan Dershowitz's lies is Alex Acosta, who has testified to the committee. We don't have that testimony publicly yet, but this is the kind of information that was being fed to him when he was apparently letting Jeffrey Epstein get off easy.
It was a plea deal. I mean, for raping underage girls and telling underage girls to go recruit junior high and high school students, knowing they would be raped. He got a light sentence, not where he could go sleeping in his own house, and for 1 year. And that was Acosta, who was part of that. And all of this needs to come out. There are 2 parts of the cover-up, Lawrence, here. One is the cover-up of who else were these young girls farmed out to. But there is also a deeper cover-up, is who all knew that Jeffrey Epstein had raped young girls and covered for him and hid things for him. And you see what Dershowitz is doing, and you see all the friends that he was writing to. And it's a disgusting system that people knew this was going on. And because Jeffrey Epstein was rich, because he was powerful, because he was part of the club, they kept quiet.
So you now feel that there is a date certain in the House of Representatives when you will get a vote on the Epstein files?
Nothing is certain until it's done. But just today, the Speaker, because of enormous pressure, perhaps some from your viewers said, OK, we're going to swear in Adelita Grijalva on October 7th when the regular business happens. After that, the way a discharge petition works is you need 7 legislative days, and then you have a vote. So it depends, of course, if we're back and if we're voting. But after 7 days, we will have a vote. And I believe if we get a vote, Lawrence, you're not just going to see a slim majority with the 4 Republicans. I think you're going to have 50, 60 Republicans vote to release this file. It will be the first overwhelming vote of a Republican House against this president, and for justice for survivors.
And that's exactly what Donald Trump and Mike Johnson are afraid of, is a very big Republican vote there to release the files. We have to end it there. Congressman Khanna, thank you very much for joining us.